All right, you know what? If you look good, you play good. If you play good, when you feel good, and you get paid good. It's something like that. Deion Sanders said that when he was playing in the NFL, David Harrison. So that's what we're talking about here. David Harrison with Locked On Commanders. We're talking about some brand new uniforms for the Washington Commanders. It's going to be a big reveal today. In fact, we got the team president, Mark Klaus. He's going to be on the show on WSA 9 at noon today talking about these new uniforms. And David, what do you think? A lot of people have been buzzing about the reveal of these brand new uniforms.
Yeah, obviously, you know, the burgundy version, the white version are kind of what we expected them to be. A little bit different, glossy helmet coming back instead of the matte helmet that we had last year. And I think that's that ode to history that Josh Harris has been talking about. But the black uniform is the one that everybody's going to be talking about, the Raise Hail uniform, as they're dubbing it, the new logo on the helmet, the new design of the uniform overall. Gone is the weirdly placed W logo on the front. It's supposed to mimic the military rank. And you got the new lettering. I think it's really clean. I think they did a really good job.
Okay. All right. So how big of a deal is this going to be for the fans? Because we know the fans have been talking about a bit of the vintage days, the old school days, the days of winning and tradition and Super Bowls and old RFK. And then you have the blend of the new ownership moving forward. So we got to blend the old with the new. So how big of a deal is this for the fans?
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, the fans are mostly concerned with winning, right? Which is exactly where the concern should be. But for those who had, they wanted that spear back. They wanted that tie to history back. I think it's going to be very, very, it's a good move forward, right? I think you have that population that is kind of stuck and kind of dug into where they're going to be, and that's fine. You know, that's where the passion comes from. But I think that you have to at least appreciate the effort that the team has made and the organization to reconnect that history with what they're doing moving forward.
All right. So you like everything you see here?
I do. I think it's clean. You know, I'm looking forward to seeing him in person.
Right. Very clean, very good looking. And then, look, that kind of reminds me of back in the old days of the Joe Theismann era, the Doug Williams era, the Mark Rippon era, the Joe Gibbs era, the Hogs, all of those different things with the color combinations there. So they've got the draft coming up. The timing of this, tie all this into the timing when you're talking about the change in the uniform, moving to a new era, the draft coming up, having a high pick in the draft, and what this actually means for the team and the fans as well.
Well, I think it's a good time to do this, right? We're a little over a week away from the NFL draft, so you have this kind of sense of renewal, right? Young men are realizing their dreams next weekend and entering the NFL, and look, some of them even kind of go back to the old school days and maybe grew up watching some of these older players on film and idolizing them, and you know, pretending you're Art Monk if you're a DMV product, you know, that's a name that you hear even if you didn't get to watch him play because you're a little bit younger, and it's an opportunity for the brand to not only move forward, but it's going to be really cool to see that #1 pick, that first pick that the Washington Commanders make, hold that new jersey up for the first time, and really just tie in what has been and what is to come, and hopefully it's greatness then, greatness in the future.
Greatness all the way around. And also there's this. We got the draft coming up.
Absolutely.
The draft is coming up in about a week. They got the #7 pick. A lot of pressure to get this right based on what happened last year. You and I have talked about this. Real quick, give me a 10-second answer about where you think they might go. Keep it, trade it, or you don't know at this point yet?
So I think if Sonny Styles is there at #7, that's the pick, and you just deal with the rest of the class as it comes. If Sonny Styles is gone, I think Adam Peters is going to try to trade back. If it's not a trade back, it's a wide receiver. Even if it's trade back, I think wide receiver is the priority.
Okay, all right. You know what? We're going to get more into David's take on this draft, as well as we got two other players that are going to join us and talk about the draft as well. Ken Harvey, who used to play with the Commanders. John Booty, who played with a number of different teams. We're all talking about the draft, that #7 pick, keep it, trade it, who should they take? That's all coming up right after this, right here on WUSA 9+. So stay tuned for that. David is going to talk about it. We're all going to discuss it. We got the new uniforms we're talking about today as well. The big reveal, Mark Klaus, the team president, coming up at noon, live and in person at WUSA 9. So thank you, David.
Of course.
And stick around for our draft special.